Okay, so those were the blocks we added. We had the HTML, which we added as a common resource, searching forum, the courses down here, participants, online users, messages, and latest news over here, as well as a random glossary entry. So I'm going to look and see if there's anything I missed. Um, I don't know why this loan calculator is here. I guess if you teach finance, people want that. Quick mail can be handy for sending quick notes, and it depends. I think this has become part of the standard block if you want to send a message to everybody. So you can compose, and it's a convenient way if you'd rather communicate by sending messages to folks. Personally, I prefer to put a message on the news and announcements, and since that's force subscribed, everybody will get it. But that's one to consider. I'm going to remove it. And sometimes you just have to try things out. But check back regularly. Don't get stuck in the habit of doing something just because that's how you've always done it. I encourage you to start by removing all the blocks and then adding those you need, or putting them all in and removing the ones that are never used or unused. And I've been using this long enough that I kind of know what I'm liable to use and what I'm not. In this case, the course I'm creating has a big digital glossary, and I'm going to import that into Moodle so that they don't have to go to the website to see them. And that'll let me do cool things like show the random glossary entry as well as highlight words as they appear. And I have used glossaries in courses where students have to create their own glossary entries, and typically the response has been positive, especially for graduate students when there's a lot of new terminology. They're excited by that feature. So let's see what else we have. Quiz results. If quizzes are important and you want to show people doing well, you could put that there. Like I said, random glossary entry is cool. Recent activity I also find handy, especially as a way of gauging when I first log in, what's been going on, and the students can see if things have been changed recently. So right now you can look on the right and you can see that I've updated several things. So a student may use that just to see that, hey, this has happened. It works a little bit better with smaller classes. With the really big classes, this ends up getting pretty long because so-and-so submitted a quiz, so-and-so updated a forum, and it becomes so long that it's not nearly as useful. But with a small class, say 15 or 20 people, might be perfectly reasonable. Okay, what else have we got? Keep looking. Section links, very, very handy to have. So I'm going to link to that. And section links is one of the few that I think deserves a special place, so I'm going to move it over to the left. And I'm going to move it all the way to the top, or near to the top. So it'll be the second thing here. And this allows me, you see that I've got 20 weeks here, and this allows me to jump right to whichever week, including the current week. So for example, if I were in week 2 and I click jump to current week, it would zing me right down to this week, even if another week was highlighted. So for example, let me show you, I've got February 7th through February 13th shown now, and I click jump to current week, and bang, I'm right there in the current week. And that's really, really useful. And even if you're in the topics view, instead of the weekly, if you use topics instead of weeks, you can highlight the current topic, and that'll jump you to the current topic. So let's see. What else we got? So section links is useful. Tags, if you do a lot of blogging, comes in handy. Upcoming events, if you use your calendar, it's worth including. And I think that's about it. Blog tags and tags, I'm honestly not sure the difference right now, and I need to play with it. And you're hearing my kids come down the stairs, so never mind them. And so just for kicks, I'll put that. Oh, one more. Give that a minute. These are tags that are probably in people's profiles as things that they like, because I see reading has always been very popular, and there are 442 people at my school. So these are interest tags. It'd be nice if we were a little more clear on that. I'm not sure that I can edit them. Yeah, I can display, so just for kicks, I'll put that at about 15 tags, see what's most popular. And then finally, the other one that's useful is, remote RSS feeds. So find some RSS feeds that relate to your subject, for example, if it's web technologies or horsemanship or whatever, and subscribe to them, and you can configure this and it'll show constant news on that topic. There's a lot of great feeds out there. If you've got a germane topic, go ahead and link to one or more, and keeps the students current.